Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football-related issues. I've been working on some local Ghanaian content, Ghana Black Star content. The video is on the channel where I interviewed people about kudus and all of that. So make sure you go there, you go and watch the video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow us on our social media platform. This is a transfer-related video. I've been off with this particular transfers for a while, but we are back. We are giving you back-to-back content about transfer-related issues. Euros is also coming. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you put us on post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. This is Football Insights. This is Transfers Rundown. Let's move straight into the video. So we are starting with Chelsea. Chelsea, of course, I'm a Chelsea fan. So we are starting with Chelsea. We have Pedro Lima coming from Sporting Recife in Brazil, the second division of Brazil. He's a right back to Chelsea. But then this time around, he'll move straight into Strasbourg. That is our sister club in France. So Strasbourg, Pedro Lima will move straight into Strasbourg. He'll go there for development because we have to stop them with players and all of that. So Pedro Lima coming from Sporting Recife, the reported amount, it's 7 plus 3.5 million euros fee. So 7 million upfront fee and 3.5 million euros add on. So Pedro Lima, welcome to Chelsea. It is a here we go. He is going to Strasbourg for development. So since we are at Chelsea, after Benjamin Sesko announced that he will stay in RB Leipzig, virtually he's following the path of Erling Haaland. So he'll move in probably maybe next summer or something. So he's staying at RB Leipzig. Arsenal was following Benjamin Sesko. Chelsea was also following Benjamin Sesko. Manchester United were following him. But after he announced that he will stay, Chelsea have moved, or they have shifted their attention to a player, an Aston Villa player, John Duran. John Duran, a 20-year-old striker, well built, he's built, and then his shooting power. What I like about him is his shooting power. He has a very, very top-notch shooting power. So John Duran, I am not down with this particular transfer because I believe we have so many talent, or we have so many experienced guys who are strikers in the market. But then they should bring him. Of course, they should bring him competition for Nicolas Jackson. That is all I'm asking. So John Duran to Chelsea. From Aston Villa, talks are well advanced. It is not a here we go yet, but Chelsea are looking for it to bring in John Duran from Aston Villa. The reported amount is £25 million because it is Aston Villa. We are dealing with pounds. Aston Villa need to sell. We will come there, but John Duran is coming in from Aston Villa to Chelsea. Talks are well advanced. The news out there is that this particular transfer was orchestrated by the two co-sporting directors, Lawrence Stewart and Joe Shields. I don't trust them, but let's see what happens with this particular transfer. John Duran, £25 million with some add-ons. The add-ons we are not privy to yet, but we'll see when the news is here we go, or when the news is done deal. We'll give you the quoted fee with regards to the add-on. So John Duran is also coming to Chelsea as a backup striker, or as a striker, or as a competition to Nicolas Jackson. Since we are at Chelsea, we will talk about Aitana Bonmati, the Spaniard. She plays for Barcelona Feminine as a midfielder. She won the Ballon d'Or last year. It is expected that she will win the Ballon d'Or this year. So Aitana Bonmati, according to Relevo, Chelsea are looking forward to trigger her release clause. Then the quoted amount is that the release clause is around £2.5 million. So Aitana Bonmati's release clause around £2.5 million. Someone will say it is too small, but that is women's football. We don't deal with those 30 million, 40 million, 60 million. No. That is not women's football. So women's football, gradually it will grow. So Aitana Bonmati to Chelsea, according to Belivo. Let's see what will happen. But I will be very glad if she comes to Chelsea and come and help us in the midfield there. So we are moving straight from Chelsea to Aston Villa. They need to sell before 20th June. So they need to sell Aston Villa. And they are doing something, they are doing some swap deals, and then some, top business out there. Douglas Luiz moving to Juventus, the amount that he will take in a year It is expected that he will take 6 to 7 million euros a year. So Douglas Luiz from Aston Villa to Juventus. There are some couple of players involved in this particular transfers or this particular transfer. Weston McKennie will be coming to the other end to Aston Villa, and then Junior, they have a very, very young striker there, or a very young attacker there. He will also be coming. So Douglas Luiz moving to Juventus, Weston McKennie and then Junior coming in to Aston Villa. So Aston Villa are doing this year. They are selling Douglas Luiz to get 20 million. Don't forget, 20 million euros is also involved. So they are selling Douglas Luiz to get 20 million euros to balance their books, and then getting two players, Weston McKennie, virtually as a replacement, and then an attacker to also, top it up. So Aston Villa are doing big business. But I feel Douglas Luiz should have stayed in England. A couple of teams in England would need the service of Douglas Luiz, but Juventus is a big club. No disrespect to them. So big shout outs to Douglas Luiz. He moving to Juventus. I think he will cook out there in the Serie A, Italian Serie A. We are still at Juventus. Thiago Motta has been announced as the head coach of Juventus after they sacked Massimiliano Allegri. Thiago Motta, top tactical, is taking over as the head coach of Juventus. He will sign 3-year contract until 2027. Let's see what will happen. But I believe in Thiago Motta. He's a young coach. He has so many tacticals on grounds that he can help Juventus. So let's see what happens. Let's see what Thiago Motta will do at Juventus. We are moving straight to Germany. We have news about Alex Garcia, the Girona player midfielder, top midfielder Alex Garcia. Bayern 04 Leverkusen have completed the move for Alex Garcia. It is a here we go. He is going to Bayern Leverkusen. The quoted amount is 18.2 million euros at us. So in a package of 20 million euros fee for Alex Garcia from Girona to Bayern 04 Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso is getting a new midfielder next season. Bayern 04 Leverkusen are looking forward to challenge for the title again, and then Champions League, they are looking forward to do well in the Champions League. So Alex Garcia is also moving from Girona to Bayern 04 Leverkusen. Let's move straight into Manchester United. Manchester United, Ten Hag is staying. Eric Ten Hag stays. Eric Ten Hag stays. The era man is still staying because of the FA Cup. I think because of the FA Cup. He is staying as the head coach of Manchester United. He will sign a 2-year contract extension for Manchester United. But this time around, the details of the contract has changed. This time around, he will not have so much power on transfers. He will not have so much power on transfers. Omar Berrada, Dana Sword, and then Joseph Walcott, as the technical director, will take over the transfers. So they propose the transfers for you. They give you some options, and then you choose. Or sometimes they can even choose the player for you. We will bring you a player, just improve the player. That is what they are trying to do. They are trying to emulate the Chelsea model. But let's see what happens. But Eric Ten Hag stays, and then he will sign a 2-year contract extension at Manchester United. According to Mail Sports, Marcus Rashford and Scott McTominay, Manchester United will listen to offers for these two players in this particular summer. Joseph Walcott, Omar Berrada, and the Dana Swartz coming in as the sporting director. They are looking forward to do away with all the player power in Manchester United. They don't want any player power in Manchester United. So it is expected that they will listen to offers for these two players, Scott McTominay and then Marcus Rashford. It will be very hard for Marcus Rashford to leave Manchester United. I think if he will leave Manchester United, it will be 100 million plus. But it will be very hard for a team to pay 100 million plus for Marcus Rashford in this particular transfer market. But Scott McTominay, keep an eye on Scott McTominay. He can leave Manchester United this particular summer. So that is what we have on Manchester United. Let's move straight into Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has triggered a defender, a release clause of a defender. His name is Hiroki Ito. 30 million release clause coming in from Stuttgart to Bayern Munich. So he's a defender, a center back. He can play as a right back too, or as a left back too. So he can play across the the defensive line. So Hiroki Ito is also coming in for Bayern Munich. They have triggered the release clause, 30 million euros. So let's see what he will do. I don't know much about this guy. I will be very honest, but let's see what he will do in Bayern Munich this particular season. we are moving straight to Barcelona. We have some couple of news at Barcelona. Quickly, we are moving to the Shackman. The Shackman, Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, he came from Manchester City for about 50 plus 5 million add-on, so that is like 55 million euros package. He has not done much for Barcelona, but then Barcelona are looking forward to sell Ferran Torres. Newcastle are looking forward to purchase Ferran Torres. The quoted fee out there is that they are looking forward to give Barcelona 15 plus 5 million add-ons. So in a package of 20 million euros add-ons for Ferran Torres, the Shackman. If you are a Barcelona fan, will you sell Ferran Torres for 20 million euros? Just comment down below. I want to know your comments. Comment down below. So Ferran Torres moving from Barcelona to Newcastle. Do you think it's a very right move for Ferran Torres? Let me know your comment down below. So Ferran Torres is also another player that you should watch in the transfer market. We are still at Barcelona. We have a news about a very big man, Mathieu Alemany. He was the then sporting director and then a negotiator for Barcelona. He has gotten a job. Barcelona were looking forward to bring him back into the club, but he has gotten a job in the Royal Spanish Football Federation. He has gotten a job, a very big job there. So this is a news article Marca wrote, or I think it is Spain or Spanish Espana or Spain Espana. I've forgotten the outlet, but then it is coming, the source is coming from Marca, that Mathieu Alemany is taking over the job as the Director General of Sports. A very big appointment, Director General of Sports for the Royal Spanish Football Federation. A very big job. He's a big man. He knows the football terrain. He knows a lot of people. So he will help the Spanish or the Royal Spanish Football Federation. He will help them as a Director General of Football. Don't underestimate Mathieu Alemany, what he can do. So that is what we have on Mathieu Alemany and then Barcelona. And then there's a breaking news. Breaking news coming from Dortmund that Edin Terzic has terminated his contract as the head coach of Borussia Dortmund. So Edin Terzic is no more the head coach of Borussia Dortmund. What do you think? Has he gotten a job somewhere? Because I advised him to move from Borussia Dortmund to a top level, a top level football or a top level team. I don't know whether he has gotten a job anywhere, but Edin Terzic has terminated his contract. He will move from, or he will no more become the head coach of Borussia Dortmund. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have on the transfer market. Big news, flying left, right, center. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. You drop all your comments down below. Follow us on our social media platform. This is Football Insights. My name is Kobo, and then I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves and peace.